Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and hello if you're new. Make sure that you subscribe before you leave. That way you'll never miss out on another video. I do a pick a card reading on my channel every single Friday. Okay, so today's reading is all about career in 2020. So we're about to hit a new year. 2019 is about to be over, and we want to get an energy of what our career will look like next year. So what you're going to do is pick card group number 1, 2, 3, or 4, or if you're more drawn to the crystals, you could pick the Amethyst crystal, the Citrine crystal, the Labradorite heart crystal, or the Tiger's Eye crystal. So if you're interested in any of these crystals, they are up in my shop. Also, my bracelets are up in my shop. I get a ton of questions, and I'm having a sale, a huge sale right now in my store. So the link is down in the description box below. The sale is going to end on Sunday. So yeah, have fun with that because I am really excited. Okay, let's get started with the reading. For everybody that picked group number 1 or the Amethyst crystal, let's go ahead and see what the energy is for your career in 2020. So the first thing that I see is surrendering to the journey, release control. This is very powerful because just starting off this reading with this card, here's what I'm seeing is in 2020, you're not going to be so obsessed with the outcome. Whatever your career is, whatever your job is, I feel like you're kind of gonna ease up and become a little bit more laid back and stop trying to control the outcome, the results. Stop trying to manifest so hard because I feel like you realized in the year 2019 that these were creating blocks, that you were so heavily, like your thoughts were so heavily influenced by, I gotta get this done, I gotta have this job, I gotta make this kind of money, I gotta like do something that I feel happy doing. Like these thoughts are consuming your mind when it came to your job and your career. But in 2020, what I see is that you're just surrendering to the journey. Now you're just like kind of like going with the flow. And because of that, you're going to see that your career and your job area of your life is going to become very flowy. Like if that makes sense. Like it's just going to flow naturally. And the walls are going to drop because you will be more relaxed when it comes to your career and your job. And because of this, you're going to see a lot of manifestations, infinite abundance. Abundance is pouring into your life. So I feel like you have put in a lot of seeds, a lot of work. And now in the year 2020, you're not going to have to work so hard. Now you're going to see the fruits of your labor coming in. You're going to start to see those opportunities coming in. You're going to start to see those infinite energies coming into the career aspect of your life. The next card that I see is surrender to miracles. Be open to miracles occurring in your life. Feel and know that these events are real. Let go of any resistance and banish any doubt that can make miracles happen. So this was another huge energy in 2019. I feel like you were doubting that you could get the job of your dreams, that you could make the money that you want to be making, that you could be happy in your career. So yeah, you were just doubting that, and you were almost like you were creating the blocks yourself when it came to your career, your finances, your money, and your job. But in 2020, you're releasing all of that resistance. You're releasing all of the fear and the doubts because this year, 2019, you learned a lot. And everything you learned was for this new journey that you're about to embark on. The next card that I see, actually, both of these cards, wow. The fact that they're right next to each other, surrender to silence in quiet meditation, or contemplation, let go and enter the stillness within. Silence can heal and replenish you. And then you have the number 4 card and you have turning in. So I feel like a lot of those, do you see this woman? There's like a bunch of heads around her and they're just talking to her. Like there's all kinds of emotions on the people around her. There's a sad woman, there's an angry man, there's somebody that's like, why aren't you doing this? Like there's just so much going on around her face. And I feel like that's what's going on with you, or that was what was going on with you in the year 2019. I feel like a lot of people were in your head. influencing you and your ideas and your decisions, especially when it came to career. I feel like maybe you were stuck in a job that you were not happy with. And either in the end of 2019, you're going to be leaving this job, or in the beginning of 2020, you're going to be leaving this job for something that makes you happy, a newer, better opportunity that you worked really hard to manifest, but it wasn't quite manifesting because you were resisting. And now you're releasing that resistance. And so you're going to start to see a lot of opportunities coming in. And I also see that whatever work you're going to be doing, I see that it is something to do with relaxing and spirituality. It could be like opening up your own metaphysical store. Maybe you want to open up a store online. Maybe you want to make your own incense. Like I see something creative, but it has to do with spirituality. And it could even be like a spa, something to do with a spa, something to do with a nail place, something that helps people relax, something that helps people calm down. Because I feel like you went through this journey where you learned in the toughest ways how to calm your mind, and now I feel like you're going to teach the world how to do it because you figured it out. The next card that I see is boundaries. Where do you need to establish better boundaries? And that comes back to this card. I feel like you're going to finally tell people to shut up. Like, you know, and not in a rude way, but like, hey, you know what? That is very negative talk. Or maybe somebody starts to talk about someone else and you're just gonna be like, hey, you know, let's not talk about other people. It lowers your vibration or whatever. Like, you're just going to be in this very firm but gentle way. You're going to turn people down. A lot of people that just chatter too much or have too much negative talk. You're finally going to be able to speak up and be like, you know what? Hey, that's a conversation that I feel like it's not beneficial for either one of us. We could change the subject or, you know, whatever. But I feel like you're going to be setting a lot of boundaries. And because of this, people are going to respect you. And because of this, your whole energy is going to change. And that comes to the existence card. This is a card of consciousness. This is a card of divine energy. You have a lot of purple going on in your spread. And you also picked the amethyst. So in the year 2020, your crown chakra is going to be fully active and awakened, which means you're going to have a very strong connection with source, with God, with the universe, whatever it is you believe in. And that's why you got the existence card, which you got confirmations with the color of the spread and the crystal that you picked too. So expect your crown chakra to be very open and very active. If you want to know more about it, you can go just Google crown chakra and you'll see like what kinds of symptoms you'll be experiencing. You may even find you get a little bit of headaches. You may even find you feel more energized. You wake up in a better mood. I feel like all this energy is going to come to you in 2020. And that comes to the starseed card. What lights you up? The fact that these two cards are next to each other, trust the niggle. What is the niggling feeling trying to tell you? So, you know that excitement that you get whenever you think about something or someone maybe that you love? It's that kind of a feeling that you're going to be gravitated more towards in the year 2020. So your career and your job next year is going to excite you. It's going to bring you motivation, passion, excitement. You're going to be very, very happy with what you do. And I feel like you're really going to tap into your creativity. It might start off with like a side job or maybe a hobby. Maybe you're selling a few of your artwork, be it whatever. Like you can cook stuff and sell it. You can make oils and sell it. You can create art and sell it. Like whatever your art is, I feel like in 2020, you're going to be making some money off of it, and it's going to lead you into new opportunities where you can be creative with your work and get paid for it. So yeah, that was your reading. I hope that it gave you clarity, and if you guys want to book a reading with me, go ahead and do so on my website. I'm having a huge sale right now, and thank you guys so much for watching. For everybody that picked card group number 2 or the citrine crystal. Okay, so when I was pulling cards for you guys, a bunch of cards came out, and I took them all because I want to see what the energy is. So the first card that I see is stepping into power. You are strong beyond measure. The next card I see is First Light, beginning a new cycle. So, there's going to be a career change in 2020. I feel like whatever your career situation is right now, you're not completely happy and satisfied with it. I don't know if it has to do with the type of work that you're doing, or maybe you've had trouble finding a job, or maybe you just don't like the people that you're surrounded by at your job or something like that. Or maybe it's just you just want to be doing something that you feel like you're doing something meaningful, purposeful with your job, you know, something like that. But I feel like in the year 2020, you're definitely going to come across a new opportunity that is going to really align with what you want to do and who you are, who you want to surround yourself with, and the emotions that you want to be feeling every day when you go and do your work. The next card that I see is Surrender to the Beauty of the Natural World. Take a relaxing break and spend time in nature. Replenish yourself by feeling the beauty and the ecstasy there. The next card is Surrender to Creativity. Let your imagination, let your imagination soar. Stay open to all creative ideas about how to pursue a dream or solve a problem. Surrender comparisons with other people. Keep your eyes trained on yourself. Focus on your own strengths, attractiveness, and power. And then we have the Sorrow card and then the number 9. Okay, so all of these cards tell me that what you're going to be doing is going to be something you are extremely passionate about. And I feel like it's going to, and this came up in the group number 1 reading too. You're going to be doing something spiritual. I feel like you're going to be doing something very, very spiritual, almost like shamanistic, almost like maybe like what I see is like working in a retreat or working in a place that's very calming and soothing. This came up for the first reading too. Another thing that I see is in the beginning of 2020, I feel like you're going to take a break. And I feel like it's because you're exhausted and burnt out of either keep looking for a job or just your own job situation right now. It's like burning you out and you're exhausted, you're tired, and it was almost causing you sorrow. Like, do you see this man? He is so just like giving up and just about to put his head in his hands and just like lose his mind. Like, I feel like he's just about to cry really bad. And he has a blanket over himself and he's just like he's given up hope. But little does he see that the doors behind him are opening up. Do you see that? And it's opening up to the universe, like infinite abundance, infinity, like unlimitedness. And he doesn't even see it because he's so focused on his hopelessness and his sorrow. So this is an era of your life that is definitely going to end in the year 2020. That feeling of hopelessness, that feeling that you cannot move forward, that feeling that you're disconnected. The feeling that like you're not going to find your ideal passion, your work, your career. It's all ending. Number 9 is the number of deaths and endings, but also of rebirths and new beginnings. So you got 2 cards that are saying new beginnings. I see like a huge shift in 2020 for you. And you're going to be doing a job or doing work that really inspires you and makes you feel good. I feel like you're going to start to wake up every morning excited for what you do, like for work. The next card that comes up is Trust Your Path. So here it says, if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? So here you're being asked to write. This card always tells me to start writing. So I feel like now this is a question that the universe is asking you is if you knew you would be supported, what would you do? Because I feel like now the universe is ready to give you what you want when it comes to your career. This new year is going to be filled with fortune when it comes to your job. But the universe now wants to know what it is you want. Like, what kind of work do you want to do? What kind of income do you want to show in your bank account, in your paycheck? What kind of people do you want to work with? What hours do you want? What kind of clothes do you want to be able to wear to work? You know, all that stuff. Go into detail and trust your path. Whatever it is that feels like you want that when it comes to your work, write it all down. Now, the next card that comes up is the ever unfolding rose. Cracked open, it's happening for you and not to you. So all of the stuff that you were going through here, that hopelessness. Now, the universe is saying, you know what? It was like you were a seed. When we plant a seed, what happens? We don't see this happening underground. We just see the seed blossom and like become that fruit or vegetable or flower or whatever it is. But we don't see what's happening underground. That's like us. Like we are the seed. We don't see... No. We're not the seed. Well, actually, how do I say this? It's like that seed. Every seed, before they sprout, has to crack open. And I feel like that's kind of what's going on with you. What has been going on with you is you were that seed and you were being cracked open. And we have to be cracked open in order to come to our true self, in order to connect with something bigger, in order to release like all of these things that have influenced us all our life, these, stories and beliefs we've created. In order to ascend these things, we have to be cracked open. And then we bloom. We don't, people don't see the work that you're putting in. Like, we don't see the work that the seed needs to do underground. People don't see that. But people will see that rose that you bloom into, if that makes sense. And I feel like this rose energy, that blooming energy, is going to be flourishing in your career path. So the next card that comes up is Lemuria, creating heaven on earth. It's happening. This is a huge message again, and I'm getting chills while I'm saying this. I really see you working with nature or something that has to do with your spirituality, something you really truly believe in, something you're really truly passionate about, that makes you feel good about your existence on earth. That's the kind of career work that you're going to be doing. Now, another thing I see is moment to moment. I feel like you're going to be less worried in the year 2020. When it comes to your career, your finances, and your job, you're not going to worry as much as you did in 2019. You're going to kind of enjoy what you're doing. Not kind of. You're really going to enjoy what you do. And because of that, that is going to seep into other areas of your life where you're going to start to live a lifestyle where you are in the present moment. You're going to start to enjoy every moment. Like whenever there's happy moments going on, I feel like sometimes you were there, but you weren't fully there because your mind was somewhere else. But in 2020, you're going to be there fully. Your mind will be there fully. It's like this control that you gained over your mind. It's like mastery of your mind kind of energy that I'm feeling. The next card that comes up is Surrender to Success. You are ready to experience abundance. Don't look back at previous roadblocks or difficulties. Leap into an exciting new world of possibilities. There, I don't even have to say anything. Like there, your card says it all. Expect 2020 to bring a lot of success, money, creativity, power, mind mastering, and just working in a field, or your work is going to ignite passion in yourself and others. I would also work with a citrine crystal in the year 2020. Keep it with you. Keep it in your wallet or wear it as jewelry. I do have some bracelets up in my store if you want to purchase, but definitely work with citrine. Citrine is a crystal of abundance, of success, of happiness, of manifestation, and I feel like it's calling to you. So I hope you guys enjoyed that reading. Thank you so much for watching. For everybody that picked card group number 3 or the Labradorite crystal, let's go ahead and see what your career is going to look like in the year 2020. Okay, there's a lot of spirituality in this spread. There's a lot of you coming into your own power, you thriving alone. I see, whether in a relationship or not, this doesn't really have much to do with your relationship. This has to do with your career. Okay, I feel like you have been bullied in your career, like in your job or your career, either bullied for what you do, either bullied at work, or bullied for what you want to pursue in your life. But I feel like people have been making fun of you or like I don't know, talking behind your back or something where they're just like, wow, this person's like so weird. They want to do this and they want to do that. Or even if you go to work, maybe you dress a certain way, maybe you express your spiritual beliefs, whatever it is, but I feel like you are getting like shit for it. And sometimes it really, really gets to you, and sometimes you kind of just, whatever. You know, these people don't understand. These people are not aware. Their, you know, their vibration is low. They won't get it, you know. But and I feel like because of that, you have spent a lot of time at work or a lot of time alone in solitude. And because of that, you have found a lot of peace within yourself, a lot of peace within your mind. So I feel like the universe kind of did it on purpose so that you could find that peace within your mind, because otherwise maybe you wouldn't have. You know what I'm saying? Another thing I see is in the flow. Everything is smooth sailing. So in the year 2020, you're going to be very, very aligned and very, very in the flow. I feel like everything that 2019 has taught you in the year 2020, it pushed you into this vibrational field where you don't really have to do much. You can kind of control outcomes with your mind. Like, that's what I'm getting. Like, if it's a certain kind of career that you want to attract, you can attract it. And I feel like in the year 2020, it's all up to you. I feel like you've conjured up so much mastery within yourself that in this new upcoming year, you can manifest whatever career you want. And whatever work you want to be doing, I feel like it's going to come to you. And it's going to come to you so easily. Another thing I see is surrender to trust. Trust yourself and your decisions. Don't be swayed by other people's strong opinions about what to do. Take action and be confident that you have chosen the right path. So yeah, some of these things that people have been saying to you about what you want to do has gotten to you. You know, sometimes when enough people say something to you over and over again, you do get influenced by it, you know, like we're human. But in 2020, you're not going to be influenced by it anymore. You're going to trust in yourself. And you're going to trust in your passion. The next card made me so excited. The Innocence card. Okay, so you're probably wondering why the heck my Innocence card looks like it went through a storm. Well, because it did. So I have an altar room. Like, all of my things that I have in my shop, I have them all charging with high vibration crystals, with my deities. I leave mantras going on in there 24/7. Like, I'm always cleansing it. It's a beautiful space. And I keep my tarot cards in there. And one day I left the door open and it was raining and storming that day. And I didn't even realize that this card flew out. I didn't see it. I did not know. The next day when I came to open the door, I saw it on, like, basically on the floor of the front door. And I feel like the universe really created a energy in this card. So if you see, it's an old man that's holding a grasshopper. This to me, and the card is the Innocence card. This to me is saying that there was something that was in your childhood that you really, really wanted to do and pursue. This is something that you felt within you during your earliest memories. Like, something that you wanted to do in your life, like you wanted to pursue in your life. And I feel like in 2020, you're finally going to be pursuing it. You're finally going to go forward with it. Whatever this was, your childhood passion. You're going to be going for it. You're going to be studying a lot about it. Now, this could be you actually going physically to school, or maybe an online school, or you studying on your own, which is my favorite way to study. You probably might find yourself drawn to bookstores, drawn to getting books, audio books, watching videos on a specific subject that you really are passionate about. So expect a lot of study about your passion in the year 2020, and it's also going to be a part of your work. Whatever you're going to study is going to turn into a form of income for you. And you got two silence cards, silence here, and then you got solitude, silence, peace prevails card. So I feel like you're one of those type of people, and I got chills again. I got chills while I'm trying to say this. You're one of those types of people that has been alone a lot, like in your own head a lot. You spend a lot of time like either meditating, journaling, just a lot of time with your own mind. And I feel like because of that, you have come to an energy of a high priestess kind of an energy. And now the universe is really asking you, how are you being called to step up and lead? You have mastered your mind in a way that takes people years and years and years. And I don't know if you fully realize that. And now the universe is asking you to test it out. Now the universe is asking you to use it. Use that mastery that you conjured up in your mind. And one of the biggest questions you need to ask yourself is, how are you being called to step up and lead? Now, we're going to get back to this card, but the last card that we're ending your reading with is Leap. You go first and the universe will catch you. So the energy of 2020 is whatever you move forward with, the universe has your back. Whatever decisions you want to take when it comes to your career, you will be successful in it. And you know, it's going to be flowing very easily to you. Now coming to this card, past lives. So because you have tuned inwards, because you have conjured this self-mastery, this is going to help you in your career. This is going to help you conjure up the career of your dreams, opportunities, more streams of income. I don't see just one stream of income for you in the year 2020. I see a few different ones, and they have to do a lot with things you love to do. And another thing that I see is like consultation type of work. People may come to you for consulting of something that you're very, very good at, or whatever this is that you're going to be studying. Like while you're still studying, because you will give off this energy of mastery and like you just knowing your shit, even though you're still studying it, people are going to come to you for advice. And you could actually, I see you charging a few people for your time. So I expect to see that. And another thing I see is past lives. So this is something that you have been doing in your past lives. So it's an energy that has stayed with you since you were a kid. You've always felt it, and it's because it's within you. I actually uploaded a quote on my Instagram page that says, what does it say? I don't know the exact words, but it says like, when something feels familiar to you, or when something feels natural to you, it's because you have been doing it over lifetimes, if that makes sense. Like if something feels so familiar and so natural to you, there's a reason behind it. It's because you've been doing it over lifetimes and you've mastered it in all of your lifetimes. And then you came back in another lifetime now and you mastered it again. But this time you're going to make money off of it, and you're going to, I don't know, I feel like build a business out of it, build a career out of it. And this is because of the knowledge that you have accumulated through lifetimes is awakening within you. That's another reason for the Priestess card. And the Labradorite crystal. The Labradorite crystal is the crystal of Akashic records. Akashic records goes very synchronistic with past lives, because these are records that are from your past lives. These are records in the universe, from the universe, like secrets of the universe. And I feel like you're tapping into it very, very strongly. You have always tapped into it ever since you were a little kid. And now you're tapping into it more and more, and it's really going to propel you into a very abundant career. So I hope that gave you some guidance and clarity for your career in 2020. It's very exciting. I really love your energy. Like whoever you guys are, you guys have strong energy. And thank you guys so much for watching. For everybody that picked card group number 4, or the Tiger's Eye Crystal, let's go ahead and see what is your career going to look like in the year 2020. The first card that comes up is Ascending the Mountain. Keep going forward. Okay, so I feel like here's what's going on. Whatever your career situation is right now, you feel stuck. You feel like you're putting in all this work and you're just, nothing's happening. You don't see any results. You don't see any movement. You don't see any positivity coming. And the universe is saying, keep going. There's something there. Oh, I'm getting like tingles all over my body when I'm saying this. There's something there for you. There's something coming. And it's like on the other side of the mountain, and you're being asked to stay focused and hold the course and keep going, because a breakthrough is coming. Ooh, there is a very strong breakthrough coming in the year 2020. You're going to start to see movement in your career. You're going to start to see financial gain. You're going to start to see a lot of abundance coming your way. But I also see a career shift, a career change, a job change. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it. I don't know if you're doing some kind of a manifestation technique, if you're doing a ritual, I don't know what it is that you're doing, but keep doing it, because it is actually creating a huge momentum of energy around you. And you don't see this, because this is all happening in the, the spiritual realm, the things we cannot see. But there is a lot of energy that you have conjured up towards your career. And now you're being asked, don't doubt, don't stop, don't give up, because you conjured up a lot of energy that is creating a momentum. It's creating a ripple effect. So just wait a little bit longer and you are going to see magic in your career. This is the Magician. So when the Magician comes up, this is a sign of alchemy. So you're like, right now you don't see it, but you are literally creating a pathway to the career of your dreams, to a career that you're going to love. Because I feel like right now you're like at a job, maybe you're like, it's all right, whatever. But in the year 2020, what you're going to find in your career, it's going to be a new one. I feel like you're definitely going to switch careers. And whatever that is, it's going to align with you so much better. You're not going to feel so much resistance towards your job. And when I say that, I mean like, waking up in the morning, you're just like, I got to get dressed and go to work. Now you're going to wake up in the morning and be like, I'm going to wear this to work today. And it's just going to align with you. And you're just going to be like, I'm excited to go to work today. Let me make my coffee. Let me get my crystals. Let me wear red lipstick today. I don't know. I just feel like you're just going to be really excited to go to work. Whether this is a job, or it's something that you created, like a self-business. I don't know. I feel like both. I feel like there's definitely going to be like a period of time where you're going to have a job, either a part-time job or making money on the side, selling things you make or whatever. But there's also going to be this self-employment kind of energy that I'm feeling too. And right now the universe is just saying, keep going forward, because the opportunities are being created right now for you. You don't see it. I don't want you to give up, because the opportunities, I'm creating them. It takes a little bit of time. Keep going. Keep that energy going. And another thing I see is surrender to what is. Flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. So yeah, don't try to change the outcome so much. Don't try to manifest so hard. Kind of accept, I feel like the block right now is that you want something different so badly that you're creating that block energy. Like when you send that kind of energy where you want something so bad, that want energy is telling the universe that you don't have it. So I feel like that is the biggest block right now, is you keep moving forward, you're in the right direction, you're doing all your rituals, you're doing your manifestation perfectly. But the only thing is that you're just like, okay, well, why isn't it here? Okay, why isn't it happening? Why don't I see anything? And the universe is trying to tell you like, hey, you're not going to see anything right now. What I'm doing, nobody can see, but just know and trust. Just know what is. Just know it's happening. And the breakthrough will come. And when the breakthrough comes, I feel it may come, here's the thing. It may come in a way that you didn't expect in your career. Now, let me give you an example. I worked at a doctor's office for 8 years, and I worked for a doctor that was very, I don't want to say corrupted, but that's how I felt, because I worked in a urology clinic, and there was people that came for cancer, there was people that came for kidney stones, and that shit hurts, especially for men. They would be screaming in agony. And then there would just be a lot of people that would come in and they'd be like, you know, in pain and stuff. And this doctor was so careless. Oh my God. This is what made me like just lose respect for doctors, just seeing the behind the scenes kind of treatment that they give their patients. There would be patients, cancer patients, that files would be sitting on this doctor's desk for weeks, sometimes months. And these people would keep calling and I would have to give the doctor the messages, and he didn't like, oh man, he did not care. He just, the reason that I quit was because I couldn't handle him. Like, he was a bully to the staff, and he was just an asshole. And so I couldn't stand it. And when I went in his office to talk to him about it, I realized that he knew that that conversation was coming, that I was going to tell him, like, you're really mean to the staff. He also, like, was mean to me in front of a patient, and that's why I wanted to talk to him, like, hey, you know, that wasn't necessary. Like, no. And then when I finally went to talk to him, I realized he was getting ready to fire me. And right before he could say the words, I said, you know what? Fuck you, I quit. And I quit. And that was the best thing that I ever did for myself. Best thing I ever did for myself. Holy shit. Like, my life, the whole energy of my career changed after that day. You guys, I'm telling you, I got chills again. And I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen. Is sometimes like that period of my life, I was so stressed out because I was like, oh man, if I quit, like, I'm not going to have a job. Like, it's such a good field. I work in a doctor's office. You know how, you know, like, Indian parents will teach their kids, you're like the ultimate success if you get into a doctor's office. But it wasn't for me. I was never happy and I hated it. And so I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen to you. Is you might find that it's such a like negative situation, but the outcome is going to enlighten you. It's going to, like, your heart is going to glow after you do this. So whatever is pushing you towards leaving something, I feel like that's kind of what's going to happen. Maybe you might get in a fight with your boss. Maybe you might just, like, one day just be like, you know, I can't do this anymore. I quit. Like, I can't let my spirit go through this anymore. Or you might start even making plans to get another job, part-time job, sell your own artwork, whatever. And then you have a little bit of the income coming in. And that way you could just, like, be like, you know what, screw it. I'm leaving this job and I'll do whatever else I need to do until my passion starts to bring me income. So another thing that I see is surrender to play. Take a break from overthinking a goal. Do something fun. Play is a time of recreation and rejuvenation. So you're also being asked to not be so serious. Lighten up a little bit. Have fun. When you have fun, how do I explain this? When you have fun, you create this energy that pushes walls away, pushes blockages away. Having fun raises your vibration. And when you raise your vibration, blockages don't have power anymore. So you're being really called to have fun. And in 2020, you're going to have a lot more fun. I feel like because your career changed, because of all the, like, very, very, how do I say it? Very magical changes in your career life. You're just gonna have fun more. You're going to go out more. You're going to laugh a lot more. I feel like this year you didn't laugh as much. And that's another thing that creates blockages, is when you don't laugh. Because it's everything has to do with energy. When you laugh, that's a good energy. And so I feel like you're going to really create that kind of energy in 2020. And the last card that comes up is Mintaken? Longing for home, belonging to original light workers. So another reason that you just felt like you never really fit in the career situation that you are in is because you were meant to do something else. And the universe is asking you to play a little bit more, keep going, don't give up, because just know that the universe is doing something. And where you're going to go in your career in the year 2020, you're going to feel like you belong. You're going to feel home. Like, this is what I'm supposed to be doing. That comes to why you were so drawn with the tiger's eye crystal. This is the crystal of success in your job, your career, willpower, strength, like power in your voice. Now you're just going to be telling people, like, yeah, I'm not going to take your bullshit. That is a tiger's eye energy. So I would recommend that you probably wear maybe like a tiger's eye bracelet in the year 2020 or work with tiger's eye crystal. I do have some up in my store. Actually, I have this one that I'm wearing right now. It's a tiger's eye and black obsidian, and it also has the moon and the sun in it, and bloodstone, if you guys are interested. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. I see a lot of beautiful things in 2020 when it comes to your career. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye!